Everyone's a winner.
All right. No.
No.
All right, Caleb, continue. Sorry, we're cutting you off. Try before they buy.
Okay, I'm just streaming live on YouTube, and so we're going to
Beautiful.
start this over again. Welcome to the FunnelFlow Mastermind. It is hat day. Whoa, what's up? Yeah. All right, we got Paw Patrol. We got I don't know, I don't want to make any derogatory statements. So we got Brandon, the guy with the big brim hat. We have Jason the Mouse. We have Andreas, who's just got the cool hat, and he's making fun of California. And then we got Scott Landis with the winning hat. And we got Michael in the chat. Michael, I met at Funnel Hacking Live. He's getting ready for work. He can't come on the panel today, but Michael, I love you, man. It was great connecting with you at Funnel Hacking Live, and look forward to having you on the panel and digging into your business a little bit more. So we're so glad you showed up. Anyway, today we are continuing with our series of building out a free challenge. The purpose of the free challenge is to get people to experience your offers. If you remember nothing else, it's just we want them to try before they buy. Why is Costco awesome? Besides the $1.50 hot dogs and the giant jar of cashews and almonds, it's because they have samples, right? And the samples enable you to just experience something and say, that's good. I want more. I want those pita chips. I want those, chicken, Adele's chicken sausages, right? And when we allow people to experience and taste the results a little bit, they are much more likely and bought in on actually investing in the program you have. Right? Does that make sense? Any thoughts, any feedback on that?
I think it's great. I think it's the ultimate lead magnet. Like, come on, it just makes it work. It's just try before you buy. Speaking of which, spec work, right? You do some spec work. It's like doing spec work for like the masses. And so I think it's such a great concept. I think it's underutilized, completely underrated. So thank you, Caleb, for bringing it to our attention.
Well, I thank you, Andreas, with the Impact Show. Appreciate that. All right. So if you're just getting caught up to speed, Chris, I've put if you want to go all in and build out a challenge, I know you're pivoting to the coaching business, and maybe we can bring you on the hot seat a little bit to kind of hear what brings you here, what your goals are. But we have all the videos and all the content in a nice, neat package on my members area, and we'd love to gift that to you just for free, no cost, no obligation. So you can go through and kind of see what we've been talking about over these last few weeks. But really the idea is to come up with a very clear offer that solves a very specific pain point or delivers a very specific result, right? So Scott, Scott, tell us briefly the challenge you're working on. What's the result you're trying to deliver to your clientele?
All right. So basically, I work with relationships and help couples get better connected and more passionate in their relationship. So my Costco sample is just get them touching. So we're doing a 1-week challenge. There'll be three sessions of kind of just mindset work and just brief mindset work. And then we're calling it an after dark challenge. So, you put the kids to bed and then join the Zoom call. We do the mindset work, and then we say homework, go touch, join the Zoom call from bed, kids are already put to bed. You're ready to do the homework. And it's a very simple, touch, exercise that we'll prescribe, and, spend the next 10 plus minutes, 15 minutes doing the touch exercise, and, just leave it at that. We know that when we do that with couples, most of the time it leads to other things, but, we keep it light because a lot of the couples that are coming to us are going to be feeling distant, cold, they haven't maybe really invested in each other, touched for a while. So we're just, breaking down the barriers and letting nature take its course. And at the end of that week, they're going to definitely feel more connected and a little spicier than they've been in a while. And they're going to want more. We'll give them a big offer stack, an irresistible offer.
The offer stack. That's beautiful. Like the offer stack is the big Costco bag. Like, oh, you like those raviolis? Well, we're going to give you like a 4-pack, right? And you're going to be eating these for freaking weeks, right? And you're going to love them and your kids are going to enjoy them. So they taste it. They're like, this is good. I want more. And then by day 3 to 5, we're presenting the offer and they can't say no. So Brandon, 60 seconds. What's the result you're trying to deliver in your challenge that you've been building out?
Yeah, I've been building out challenge contractor scaling challenge for home improvement contractors. And the result that we're going to give them is they're really kind of caveman style still. So we're definitely going to give them a automated client acquisition system and sales system by the end of the challenge. And yeah, most of them, their minds are blown by what's even possible. So
you're putting a caveman in a Ferrari and you're giving him the keys?
Yep, 100%. Putting him in a spaceship.
Wow. And your offer at the end of it is what?
Is, hey, you could run and do this yourself, or you could get a helping hand with us and we could do it with you. We could build the spaceship with you, teach you how to drive it, how to fly it without blowing up in the air. And
there's a lot of buttons on a spaceship. So I think that's a pretty good offer.
Yep. That. And then, yeah, that's done with you or done for you. And yeah, man, I think that it's to try, you sample it, you feel it, you see it, you believe it. Once you see it, they can't unsee it and they're excited and their minds are blown and they're all excited and yep.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. I have a false belief coming up. Someone watching this in the future. Okay, that's great for coaches, but I have a brick and mortar shop. How could this work for me? Jason, hey, you have a brick and mortar shop. How could a challenge work for you? What have you been thinking through?
I've been thinking through like a class, like an explanation as to what, like if they tried out what I do, how that would improve like their health or attack a specific pain point that they're experiencing with their back or something. So
I need a little more commitment than that, Jason.
I know. I haven't really worked on it. I'm sorry. I've been lagging here. I'm sorry, but that's kind of the thing I've been struggling with, trying to come up with a challenge, but that's been the one that kind of came to my mind.
Yeah. So Jason is a chiropractor, and another way to think about this is, what are some objections people have to buy or to try your service? Because you provide a physical service, you lay hands on the individual, right? It's not just like coaching. You can't just get on a big Zoom with a whole bunch of people and say, I'm Jason, do the song and dance and teach them all your stuff and give them your little worksheets and they're going to give you a ton of money, right? It's different, right? So a lot of times there is a knowledge deficit that would prevent people from actually coming into your office, and a knowledge deficit or a lack of belief that you could help them, right? Someone who has back pain, right? They're looking for solutions, but maybe they don't think that you are the best solution to fix that back pain, or just any old chiropractor will do, right? But honestly, being a nurse and meeting a ton of nurses with back pain, the most common objection I hear to that is, I feel like they're going to snap my neck. I don't want to injure myself. Like, I don't like, that's scary to me. Like the idea of being manipulated and violently, shifted, my spine that's scary. Right. So your challenge, it could be like a teaching masterclass style challenge where you're helping them overcome those false beliefs and those knowledge blocks that would prevent them from buying. Right. So then the offer is, hey, actually I have this really great intro package. Come on in and we'll get you set up. Right. And by the time you present that to them, then all those false beliefs holding them back, like, hey, it's not going to injure you. You're not going to tear a muscle. It's actually very safe. Here's why. We've taught through the anatomy of the spine and the fundamentals of why chiropractic works, how you pair that with nutrition for having a healthy spine, yada, yada, yada. So it's, I just want to encourage you that just because you provide a physical in-person service, just thinking through why would people say no or not darken your doorstep, help them overcome that in the challenge or in the masterclass. Now, like I said before, this can be a traditional challenge where you give people assignments every day. And maybe your assignment is simply like, okay, I want you to try this stretch, right? You've made an ebook on different stretching and stuff. Maybe your challenge is, hey, I want you to try this stretch, or I want you to, here's a pillow I recommend. Go buy this pillow and see how it helps your posture. Or I don't know, sit on a yoga ball at work challenge, right? Because that's going to change your posture, right? And so just anything that brings someone closer to your offer in that challenge is going to be a win. Any thoughts from the panel on that?
Yep, definitely want to handle those objections. Give them a little things that give them belief, little things that especially information. Once you expand their knowledge and their awareness of the situation, that alone. I mean, I'm sure you've experienced that firsthand, Jason. So many times when you actually educate people, they kind of get that starry-eyed look, and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
what?" So you pretty much just need to give that star eye. I always call it the star eye look. And once you got them there, it's game over.
Yeah. And for the chat, or Jason is a chiropractor. He has a physical practice. He has a JOB working for another chiropractor firm, and he's venturing out onto his own. So we've created the lead magnet. We're going to be running Facebook ads to it where people can learn different stretches if you're suffering from back pain. And then this challenge would layer on top of that, where he would invite them into this challenge or masterclass where he can help break down these false beliefs that would prevent them from giving him that green, right? So FunnelFlow, the name, funnels flow together, right? As soon as you get people to say yes to one thing, you need to bring them to the next level. You need to bring them to a new level of commitment. Oh, yes, I want that information. Great. Okay, that's awesome. Well, I'd like to invite you into this free presentation where we're going to learn more. We're going to go deeper into the stuff you've already said that you're interested in, right? If people want to jump off the train and they don't want any more information, great. But if they do want more information, give them more information so that they can learn more and they can eventually raise their hand and say, I'm willing to pay you for the results that you're delivering. Okay, so we'll do one more. Andreas, what is the challenge that you've been working through, and what is the results you are looking to deliver to your clients?
Just right now, I just changed the name of the challenge. And the reason why is because the pain that I'm really seeing gym owners have. So my audience is gym owners. And so we had something called the social proof 5-day challenge for gym owners. Review Biz 4-step process to get reviews and sales from your online assets in less than 30 days. So that was it. And now I'm like, there's a bigger pain that I'm discovering in the last couple months is there's a retention issue, right? And so there is a loss. This is a real fact. So the majority of health clubs and gym owners lose 50% of their new members within the first 6 months. That is like, you're churning. You're just, you're going up a hill. The battle is real. And so of course you just want to get new members because you're losing them after 6 months. And so why is that? And so if, and I'm still trying to figure out myself, how to get this going. And we are developing, we're working hand in hand with a club right now. So that is in the works. And the way we started is just getting feedback. It's honestly is reaching out to get feedback right from the beginning. And so reaching out, a lot of gym owners, they call them the sleeping giants. They don't reach out to their members. They're paying their membership and they're not coming in. And they're like, okay, well, that's their problem, right? For $10 a month, gym members, yeah, that's their problem. But if you're paying $80 a month for a gym membership, you know, you're not going to last very long just paying $80 and not going to the gym. You want some results from that. So yeah, that's is that confusing? Did I throw a monkey wrench in the cogs with that? What do you guys think?
No, I think this challenge process has illuminated, it's put you in discovery mode. Like, what is the real problem I need to fix?
Yeah.
And I don't think you'd be asking these questions unless you were part of this extremely dynamic mastermind. Well, I'm trying to take credit for it. You see what I did there? But more than anything, unless like where I'm at right now is not the trajectory I thought I was 2 years ago. But unless I started down a trajectory, you know, the path is not always straight, is what I'm trying to say. And it's okay to pivot. Actually, some of the most successful ventures and products are a result of a pivot. Pivots are okay. Yeah. Right. And there's no penalty for not finishing this challenge on time. Right. We're in this for the long haul with you, Andreas, and as a group. Right. There's different iterations to things.
Yeah.
You should see all the dead funnels I've built for Scott, because we got an idea. And then we're like, maybe that isn't the real problem. And we pivot a little bit and we relaunch. Right. And it gets frustrating because you make a lot of crap that you never see results on. But the final result would not have materialized if it wasn't for that journey.
They're not dead. They're just on pause.
Yeah. Unplugged. Call them what you want. Right. We'll figure out how to use them in the future. Right. But I think this is great. This is just an idea. You can call it like the re-engagement challenge, right? So instead of focusing on reviews, right, the challenge is all about re-engaging your sleeping giants, right? So the challenge could be like create some sort of free event that you could invite all your dormant clients back to. Right. So a free workshop, you bring in a speaker, you bring in a food truck, you make it a party, like make this fun. Like, why does everything have to be just so like, I mean, this is why we're having stupid hat day, right? Like let's make the business of life a little more fun. So if you have a gym and it's all about, you know, there's this kind of almost this guilt, like, I gotta go, like, I have to go to the gym. Right. And there's this kind of negative feedback loop. Like I'm this guilt, like I'm guilted to go, and I'm looking at how fat I am. And I'm just I feel guilty. I haven't used my membership in a while. Like, just let's flip the script. Hey, we want to invite you. We're having a party. Come on down.
Yeah.
Right. We got Jane Fonda. We're doing a Jane Fonda workout video from the 80s. Why? Because it's fun. Right. We're doing Buns of Steel night. Right. And it's 80s night. So come on down. So the challenge could just be like, how can you have some fun experience at your gym to re-engage some dormant clients and give out free smoothies? Like, I don't know, like sky's the limit. Let's make working out fun again. Right. MAGA. Your challenge could be as simple as that. And the result is, hey, gym owners, do you want to reactivate the 25% of people on your list who haven't been to your gym in the last 6 months, and they're gonna leave really quick? Yeah, that'll wake gym owners up.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, having fun. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I was thinking very, very boring. That's good. Yeah, we need to have more fun. I love that.
Yeah.
That reminds me of, so Tanya just joined a gym for the first time in years, and she's a fitness coach, helps people do fitness at home. So she's sort of like the not gym person, right? But she joined a gym because we moved to a new neighborhood, new area, new state, and she's doing it for the community, and she's meeting people, and she is just doing it for fun to meet people. You know, she loves working out, doesn't matter where it's at, right? So, but the gym that she joined is a premier, high-end, costs a lot more than a typical gym because they do community well. And they got Tanya. So I don't know. I mean, just a thought to share.
Is it a CrossFit or something?
No, I honestly don't know. I mean, she was like, I don't know the details. All I know is I've seen her in pain, not having the social network that she used to, and she found it there, and she's like, I think I'm going to cancel this. It's $160 a month, and I'm like, no, do not cancel that. Like, it's solving your biggest pain point. Like, keep going. Like, I'd rather you. I mean, there's lots of things you spend money on. I'd rather you cancel than that.
That's a conversation for another mastermind. Okay, so let's break into the content a little bit. Today, I want to talk about just a few false beliefs that we can work through in a challenge that's going to help bring people along the road. And then over the next few weeks, we're going to be talking about some organic social media, and even maybe Brandon can speak a little bit to paid social media ads, just some simple strategies to actually get traffic into this challenge, right? So I'm going to go to my worksheet here.
Handy dandy notebook.
A handy dandy notebook.
With Scott's hat, dude, like you got the makings of an amazing kids show.
All right, so this is the perfect challenge planner. And like I said, Chris, happy to give you access to all this stuff. So what we've done is we've broken down a 5-day challenge into different components. So it's just kind of fill in the blank. And let's see. So last week we talked about the vehicle false belief. Basically, that's the thing that gets them results. So today we want to talk about what are some internal and some external false beliefs that would prevent your ideal client from actually taking you up on your offer or moving forward with whatever product or service you are ultimately trying to sell, right? And then the internal false belief, it's something that inside that says, I can't do this. I don't know how. I have a knowledge deficit. Okay, so I don't know how to talk to my wife. I don't know how to engage with my gym. I don't know how to really take care of my health and my posture and my back, right? And I'm always suffering from back pain and stuff. So this day is all about addressing that and then sharing them with stories that kind of break that false belief, that show them that something else is possible. Okay, so we want to focus today's activities on building internal belief that they can achieve XYZ, build a funnel, do yoga for 15 minutes a day, cook keto, publish on Instagram every day, make a podcast in a day, okay? And on this day, I want you to share a backstory, how you or a client have been able to use the vehicle to achieve that result, right? So, or let me rephrase that. I think a better way to say this is how you have been able to overcome a knowledge deficit to use the vehicle, right? So for me, my story, I saw that funnels were the best way to grow a business online, okay? But I didn't know how to do funnels. So I read .com secrets. I did the One Funnel Away challenge. I listened to Russell's courses. And so, by simply following this simple path, I was able to overcome the knowledge and application, actually working, building funnels. I was able to overcome this knowledge deficit to enable me to do this, right? So if I'm teaching people how to build funnels, it's, I know this is kind of overwhelming for you, but you want to learn marketing. Well, here's the 3 books you need to read, or here's the 1 course you need to go through, and we're going to start to work through that together, right? So it's kind of just helping them overcome like something that's a knowledge deficit. We can keep it that simple. All right. So Andreas, what would be a knowledge deficit that you could help people overcome to engage their gym owners list, their gym members list?
Overcome their gym members list, meaning
but first of all, let's uncover the false belief. So what would be the false belief that would come up if you were trying to help gym owners? So the result is we want to engage the members, get them excited about being part of the gym again. So what's the internal false belief? The knowledge deficit, the lack of experience.
Right.
that the gym owner or manager would say, I don't know about this.
Right. I would say the gym owner feels that after the new member comes in, that the member knows everything about the gym just by an email or a conversation they had with a salesperson. They signed up, and they signed up because they know everything that the gym has to offer. And that is a false belief. That's not true. And so by their their insecurity, no, their ignorance, by their ignorance, they're being blinded, thinking that, the person canceled because they just didn't like the gym. Well, the person canceled because they didn't know enough about the gym to like it. They really didn't give it a good shot. So does that answer? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I wouldn't identify that as a false belief. So a false belief would be, okay, so maybe you bring that up. So you share that story, right? So that could be the backstory. And the false belief you could address is, hey, gym owner, you may be saying to yourself, okay, today I'm going to teach you how to properly educate your members on everything your gym has to offer, on all the classes, on all the workshops, on all the events, so that they will be incentivized to pick one and actually experience that and join it. I don't know. So, and you may be saying, well, Andreas, I don't really know. I don't really know how to I don't know how to have that conversation. Do I do that on social media? Is that a Facebook post? Right. So today could be like, okay, gym owners, today we are going to, I have this template, right? It's 3 emails that we're going to work out together that overviews members' 3 favorite classes that our gym offers, right? So I have this on this challenge day, I have these 3 fill in the blank emails, right? I've already written them for you, right? And I'm going to give these to you in this challenge. And we're going to write these emails today live on this call. That's going to re-engage your list and show them, hey, maybe these are 3 classes that we offer that you didn't know about. We do a Thursday night salsa Zumba class, right? Now for the hard iron heads, maybe they're not into that, but the mom who is with the kids all day until the husband comes home, maybe she'd be super excited about doing that class, right? But she's thinking about dropping her membership because she hasn't been able to go to the gym. But she honestly didn't know about the Zumba class on Thursday nights, right? You see how that could break it? So they see so with the backstory, it illuminates the need, it highlights the gap, right? Okay, your clients are thinking about leaving because they just haven't found the perfect class for them, or they haven't found their tribe. They haven't found their spin cycle that plays 70s gold, right? They didn't realize that you have that on Friday mornings, right? And so you think that they are they're canceling because they can't afford it or whatever. Well, actually, they just don't know. They haven't found their perfect class. So we're going to write 3 pieces of content, 3 emails that highlight different members' favorite classes, and also we're going to, right? So we could go deeper on this, but see how that kind of breaks the false belief.
Yeah, for sure. And to just make it something fun. Again, going back to the fun part. And I'm thinking, having something like every 2 weeks, we give all new members an opportunity to do this, and that. We have refreshments available. We make it a appreciation day for you joining us, and I don't know, something like that.
Well, that could be in your offer. So
right.
So in your offer, you could be like, and then on week 5 of the masterclass, we are going to create some special events where you can hold at your gym a new members party, whatever, a networking night. So, yeah. But the first step is maybe just write a few emails that you put into your autoresponder after they join. That kind of gives them a virtual tour of the gym. The virtual gym tour. There you go. Yeah. So that's something automated that you could help walk them through. You could give them a template. They could fill in the blanks. They put it in their email autoresponder, or however they communicate to their members. It could be like a printed brochure. I don't know.
I like that virtual gym tour. Yeah. It's real simple. Just take a quick video of your gym. You walk, and that's it. It's simple.
So I have 2 stories to share about, because that's kind of like product demo. I think product demo is super powerful and it's often understated in marketing. So 2 specific stories. I'm forgetting the timeline. Let's just call it last summer. I met a guy who is a local gym owner here in San Diego area, a kid's birthday party. And I was starting to run marketing campaigns. So I was figuring out a way to pitch him. So I'm like asking questions. I like pitching people. And he basically, he didn't need my help because he was killing it. And I forget what type of gym they were, but they were some sort of like group workout class gym. And he's like, the most successful Facebook ads were him literally walking around the gym during classes with the phone saying, hey, check out this class, watch what we're doing, woo, like super low production value. He's like, hey, these are our machines, here's our members, hey, wave members, right? This is a members party. Like, people saw those ads and they flocked into his gym just because it was like essentially a virtual tour in an ad form.
Yeah.
And so if they've already joined, like, why not just continue to indoctrinate them? You have to always be selling people on your service, especially if you have a membership. You need to remind them every month why they are there. Yeah. Right. So second story is, I helped a co-working space build out a marketing campaign here in Escondido, and the space was beautiful, right? It was super awesome. And originally their Facebook ad was just, static, or like just a selfie video of the owner talking and kind of inviting people to do a free tour. And I said, bro, and the moment I walked in there, I'm like, I want to work here. I have to work here. I don't even have a formulated business yet, but I have to work here. I want to be here. I mean, the space was expansive. I felt creative. They had this really awesome common area. Like, there was room for events and masterminds, and just being in the space, I felt inspired. I said, okay, here's what we're going to do. On our funnel, you're simply going to walk around with this phone, and I want you to take people on a tour, right? Your ads, I just want you to walk around on the phone. And COVID hit and you had to shut the place down. So like, that's a different story. But my personal experience going there was like, this place is freaking awesome. Right. And when I was looking at his offer page, all the different things he had going on, and just kind of like peeking in and experiencing what could be if I were part of that community, I totally wanted it. So bottom line, internal false beliefs, we want to break it. Like, I don't know how. I just give them a simple way, give them a simple hack or trick, or teach them something simple that would break that. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to engage with my clientele. I don't know how to, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think also adding like, hey, these are the 3 emails, and I just kind of wrote down, like, give new members virtual tour, first email, second email, video testimonial of current members. And then third email, remind them why they're there, and book a time with a health and fitness specialist. Right. And so really getting them come in, and then also having somebody call them and referencing those emails. Hey, did you see those emails we sent you? Just want to make sure that you're taking full advantage of everything that you just paid for. And so kind of like having it like, like you buy these offers online, you pay like $300 or whatever it is. And then, people following up with you, it would be super dope.
Super dope. That's the word of the day.
That is.
All right.
That is.
Who has another internal? So that's internal false belief. Why don't we go through one more? And then we'll talk about external false beliefs, because they're pretty similar. And once you understand the concept, you can create an activity that identifies it and breaks it.
Thank you, Caleb.
You're welcome. And a cool thing that Russell does is when he breaks internal false beliefs or external false beliefs. And so after you share the story, after you've shared with them the strategy to overcome it, then you need to restate the new truth. You say, now you see today, hey, thanks so much for everyone for showing up live today. And if you're watching the replay, now you see today how we've quickly and easily learned how to re-engage and give virtual tours of our gym using only 3 emails. Isn't that cool? Oh, yeah, that is cool. So now that's the new truth. If you leave them with the new truth, that's what they're going to believe. You need to actually inception plant that in their mind. You see how today that we've learned 3 simple posture hacks. I'm going to sit up straighter. 3 simple posture hacks that actually prevent you from suffering from back pain. Isn't that cool? Yeah, that is cool. All right. So now today you see how we've learned 3 simple ways to automate your lead follow-up in your roofing company. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, that is pretty awesome. Okay. See, it's not that difficult, right? Yeah.
So you say that on the 3rd day? Is that what you're saying? Like, hey, once you finish showing them what you showed them, and it's, hey, do you guys see how these 3 emails can make an impact to retain your members longer?
Yeah.
Is that what yeah.
Okay. You're restating the new truth. So the old truth, truth in their mind, the false belief is, I don't know how to engage with my members and keep them around. I just don't know how. I see it's a problem. I just don't know how to do it. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What are you going to do? Oh, here's what you do. Install these 3 emails, fill in the blanks, take them on a virtual tour. Now, don't you see how it's super easy to automate and engage and educate your new members, onboard your new members on all the awesome things your gym has to offer? Oh, yeah, that is easy. Duh. The first time I built a Facebook ad with Frank Kern, it was pretty much the same thing. This Facebook ad was it's so scary. I don't know what to do. And we literally built out one live in this challenge. And I'm like, this is easy. This is dumb.
Yeah.
People are prevented from taking action because of false belief. I don't know how to do it. Now, they've never actually taken the time to figure it out, but they're just okay with the idea of, I don't know how, screw it. Right? So we're trying to avoid the, screw it. Let's move on to external false belief. We're running out of time. External false beliefs are outside barriers that want to get in the way of the vehicle helping them achieve the result they want. So that could be lack of time, lack of money, and internal and external false beliefs. So it could be, I don't know how. And then even if I did know how, I don't know if I would have the time to do it. So that's why, so maybe you could break up this 3 email thing. Maybe your whole challenge could be about these 3 emails. That's really the core. Just
day 1,
simple.
email 1. Yeah. Day 1, email 1. Day 2, email 2. Yeah. Like it.
And you're breaking the internal and external false belief at the same time. So the internal false belief is the knowledge deficit. The external false belief is, well, okay, man, I got a business to run. I'm actually a personal trainer and I clean the toilet, so I don't really have time to do this. Well, the external false belief is, well, all you got to do is fill in the blanks, and you could literally do it in 20 minutes. And you take a really ugly cell phone video, because honestly, people don't care. They just want to see what you have going on.
Yeah.
You can implement this change in only 15 minutes using this tool I'm about to give you.
To do this challenge.
Yeah, good. I thought you were going to say,
I have to pee. I'll be right back. All this dang coffee I'm drinking, maybe. No, just kidding.
Ooh.
No, This is great. Thank you. Yeah,
And just a reminder, this is just Expert Secrets broken down into 5 days. So if you haven't read Expert Secrets, what are you freaking doing? Read the book. So, and this applies to everything. If you're given a one-on-one pitch, what is the internal reason people wouldn't pay you? Well, I don't know. I've been riffing so much, I'm starting to get tired, but it's just, you can identify the reasons people are going to say no, and then you tell them the new truth. Tell them why that's not true with the case study, with your personal story, with the story that you've heard from somebody else. And then you say, you see how actually this is true, how actually you can re-engage your gym's clientele with just a simple virtual tour.
Yeah.
So
Just one thing. That's it.
yeah, people love to say, I don't have time and I don't have the money. Brandon, you're nodding your head. What are some external false beliefs that would prevent contractors from moving forward with your offer?
External false belief. Internal was, I don't believe I'm tech savvy. External might be that, oh, I have too much going on in my business that's taking all my time. I can't even think about doing a new system. I'm spread thin already. My marriage is hanging on by a thread because I got no time. My kids don't even know who I am. How am I going to be able to have time to think about a new system? Like, come on, that's an external limitation. It's kind of like flip it on its head. And it's kind of like, that's the exact reason why you need to make this happen, is because of, thank you for listing off all those reasons for that, why you need to do this. And the way that we can overcome that objection is telling a story of how my 2 X Club Award client thought that he had no time and that he wouldn't be able to do all of this, and tell us the story about how he thought that we got in there, started working together, and then before you know it, boom, he's hitting 8 figures. And then teach that, give some homework, boom.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you have video testimonial of that?
I do.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah. He
That's
said
8 figures is $10 million.
Yes.
Let's
$10
just
million.
let that sink in a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. We throw in 8 figures like, 7, 8. That is $10 million in sales in, can I say the industry?
Oh, yeah.
Artificial grass. All right. You can do this in any space.
Like
artificial freaking grass.
CBD?
Random.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like high
Oh,
grade.
yeah.
No.
High grade CBD stuff?
Yeah. it's synthetic grass. Yeah. Synthetic. Yeah. No, they're pushing back. They want all the organic stuff. No. But yeah, 100%. It's, everyone says like, well, that's a random industry. And it's like, boom, there you go. There's an industry for everything.
There's riches in the niches.
Riches in the niches.
Let me restate the new truth, because I think we've broken some false beliefs today. You can easily, let me rephrase that. You can way increase your conversion rate and your sell rate on whatever product or service you are trying to sell by simply breaking internal and external false beliefs. And what we've learned today, it's pretty easy to identify what are some reasons people would say no, and share with us some case studies and stories that would make them think otherwise. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And to recap, it's like internal. I feel like, I don't know if everyone knows this. I think some people get this confused, but internal self limitations is I can't do it because of me. External is something outside of me is stopping me. I don't know if everyone was like super clear on that or not.
That is awesome. That is clear. Thank you.
So external, it's time, money, support. My wife will never let me do this. Like, oh, I'm totally in. My wife's going to say no. Like, well, actually, this is going to help your marriage. And here is some talking points when you bring it up to your wife, how this is going to help our marriage. It's going to give us more time, more freedom, etc.
Yeah.
So it's just identifying what those are.
Yeah.
And you could even ask, like, what are some what are some things you guys are thinking about? Well, you ask people for their false beliefs. They will tell you. Another way to say it in the sales word is like, what are some objections? You're just overcoming objections through storytelling, right? There's nothing new under the sun. This isn't a new way to communicate. It's just a framework that Russell's laid out to help us through this process. So I want to take it
Oh, sorry.
Okay. I want to take a few minutes. Chris, you're new on the call. My buddy from Awaken Church. if Scott hadn't had the 15-gallon hat, I would say you would have won. But you're a close second in terms of the hat contest. But if you could just introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of what your day job is, your business you're pivoting into. Floor is yours.
Oh, thanks, Caleb. Yeah, so my name is Christopher Valor, and I'm out here in San Diego. I currently work as a civil engineer doing deep dive audits and problem solving issues on large construction projects. So I focus on quality. I focus on getting to the root of issues and how to prevent them from happening again in the structural world of building bridges and highways and everything kind of related to that. I am pivoting into a similar space, but with people. So my focus is really on spiritual freedom, and I'm starting a spiritual freedom consulting business called The Valors. We just got our website called thevalors.com, and we really take people on a deep dive audit of their personal life. And I'll say it up front to make sure it's clear, like my muse or my avatar, my audience is certainly Christians who are in the marketplace, who are entrepreneurs or business owners or very kingdom minded, right? So that's my audience. So my focus is on doing deep dive audits into their personal life and showing where they've got just different issues, different generational things going on, curses operating, limiting beliefs, spiritual oppression, all of those different things that are impacting not only their personal life and relationships, but also their business. And by illuminating all of these different aspects and what's going on through our high intensive deep audit in their life, we show them all the different things that are going on. And then we help them go through inner healing, deliverance, get them free from things, help them retrain their mind on the right way to look at things. And then through that spiritual freedom, they're able to break through or accelerate what God's already doing in their life. So it's really for people that are reached a plateau or hung up. Like, you can be making $10 million, but are you moving at the speed and experiencing the breakthrough that God has for your life? And if you can't answer yes to that question, then that's where we help you.
That's great. You wouldn't have
So
any
the new word
questions?
is super dope. Super dope.
Super dope. All right.
Super
Well,
dope.
how can we help you as a group, Christopher? Like, what's the next step in terms of your offer creation, launch?
Yeah, so I'm pre-launch right now. Like I said, I just have a website. I have a CRM system. My next task that I'm currently working on is building out social media. I have no social media presence. And so at least my thought process and my overall is that to build that trust with people, to break down some of these barriers through social media so that people can look us up and can start hearing my wife and I and understanding, like you say, some of these limiting internal and external beliefs and just how it affects you. So I've started building out the social media platforms, but yeah, that's any advice around building those out or strategy I would love to take.
Cool. Well, I'm sure everyone on this call would be happy to jump on a call with you later, and maybe we can schedule that, and it'll just be all about you for 30 minutes. I'm just giving you a game plan. Is that something that would be valuable?
Yeah. And even just, I'd love to know where you are housing leads. Are you using like a spreadsheet to put leads down? Are you keeping it in some sort of program? I use 17 Hats for my CRM. So I'll get, inquiries come in, but then that doesn't go to a list somewhere. And I've heard this term list is important. What are you using to keep the list, and how are you keeping the list? That would be a good a good
Cool.
thing to know as well.
Well, if you could send me an email, go@funnelflow.io. Like if we get a group call with some of these high performers, like 30 minutes, keep it focused. Like what is one super like if you had one takeaway from that call, like one bit of clarity, like what would that be? We could help you solve that. Like, what's your biggest problem? And we're going to solve that problem with you. We'd love to provide that for you. That'd be helpful. And this is it, we can dive into it. I know Brandon and Andreas, they're follow-up ninjas. I have a framework. So yeah, he's dropping stuff in the chat already. And so, yeah, we'd love to help you solve this problem without obligation. So
yeah, that's interesting, Caleb. I think that's great for new members. They can just like share everyone's like link and their specialty. Like, hey, boom, 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 boom. Pick, go ahead and get 15, 20 minutes, 30, whatever.
Yeah, cool. So just drop me an email. Like, what's the one thing you want to, the main problem you're struggling with right now? Go@funnelflow.io. And then I'll start a group thread and we'll just pick out time that we can get on a 30-minute call and kind of work through that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we are just about out of time. We're going to do takeaways, and then we're going to pump up the volume, and then we're going to like bring up our energy level and go attack this day.
All in 1 minute?
1 minute.
Okay. 1 minute takeaway. 1 minute. We're going to get pumped.
Gotta go 1 minute, but okay.
10 seconds each. Go.
All right. What was your takeaway, Andreas?
My takeaway was that I can make it real simple by just sharing email templates, and that's it.
Boom. Jason, what was your takeaway?
I can actually put together a challenge that doesn't necessarily give away the farm, and how breaking false beliefs really kind of dials in my message.
Awesome. Brando.
Reminder to make sure to be hitting external and internal false beliefs.
All right, Chris, you get the last word in the Paw Patrol hat.
Yeah, breaking those internal false beliefs. Really big. Good.
All right, you send me an email, Chris. We'll get you hooked up, and we'll see you guys next week. All right. All right.
Yeah, I got the music built in now. Woo!